In this week's programme, we've got lots of information talking about Watford Football Club. Chris is out and about, this time not in Budapest, but somewhere a little more local. Catherine's going to tell us about what happened at the Michael Green Foundation sponsored run at the marathon, and we've got one other exciting bits of news. So, Catherine, if you want to talk very briefly, a quick headline about Sunday.
Yes, Sunday was London Marathon, as we all know. We had a runner, Jordan Silver, who was running for the Michael Green Foundation, and we all went down to support him. It was a great day. He raised, well, so far he's raised about £2,500. Money's still coming in. His brother was also running as well. They both finished in really good times, just over 4.5 hours. Fantastic day.
Fantastic. And Neil, you're going to talk about your beloved Watford Football Club, I gather, and a few other bits and pieces that you've been doing in the past week.
Yep, absolutely. I'll be talking about the party that happened after last week, and the aftermath of that, and what to expect this week in Watford.
Okay, and I'm going to talk to Chris now. And Chris, you're out and about. Where exactly are you?
Yeah, I hope you can hear me all right this week. I'm down at the Rickmansworth Museum.
No, Three Rivers Museum.
Oh, sorry, I've been corrected there already. I've got it wrong right away. Three Rivers Museum. So, and I'm down here with Les, who I'll put on camera in a bit. But when you want us to go through and have a look around, but yeah, it's not raining, and yeah, it's gonna be good, I hope.
Okay. So why don't you introduce your guest and then take us through the building?
Yeah. Okay, we'll do. I'm down at the Rickmansworth Museum. So here we go. Can you say hello, Les? Can you see Les?
Hello, nice to see you.
So can you hear Les all right?
Just about, yes.
Just about, okay. Well, I think it'll be better once we go inside. But Les is just going to tell us a little bit about these stones here. There's a couple of stones here in front of this museum. What's these stones all about then, Les?
They were found by the council, or no, it was found by the railway company when they were digging up the foundations at the front of Old Ricky Park House. But the museum really is on the sites of where William Penn used to live. Now, you probably all remember who William Penn was. He was a founder of Pennsylvania, and he did a lot of good stuff around. And we like to think that we're doing a lot of good stuff around by trying to keep his house. It's not actually his house. His house was...
You're breaking up. So I think whilst you go inside, I'll tell everyone how to get in touch through the website and everything, and you can introduce Les properly as to who he is and why he's on the show today.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll just go inside, and you'll see. I'll keep it on the camera on the outside so you can see what's going on. But
Diane?
Well, yeah.
We've got an echo show at the moment.
Okay.
You've got. Yep.
I think once you go inside, I'll tell everyone how to get in touch through the website.
Possibly it's playing back somewhere, is it?
Yes.
Alright, then we'll just go inside. Yeah, put it on the camera on the out. Is that down?
That's worse. It's a horrible echo and feedback and everything.
Okay. Not sure what I can do about that, to be honest. It's playing back somewhere, is it?
Yeah.
I don't want to mute myself.
If you wouldn't mind doing that for a minute whilst I talk about how people can get in touch, that'd be great.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, so you can get in touch with Link for Growth through our website, which is http://bit.ly/capl4capgswh and then HERTS in lowercase, which is as you see it there. And that's the best way to get in touch with us. Okay, well, we seem to be having all sorts of problems at the moment because Chris has got some technical issues. Catherine's still there.
I'm here.
Disappeared for some reason.
You'll be serving coffee.
Probably. So hopefully he'll be back in a minute.
So, shall I show you what's coming up with the charity?
Yes, let's do that. Yes.
Let's do that. Okay, well, we've got various things coming up. Most things for the Michael Green Foundation in terms of charity fundraising seems to be involving running over the next few months. So we've got Marek, who's going to be running the, now let me get this right, it's the Wings of Life World Run on Sunday. Set in 35 locations across the world. He'll be taking part at the GB site, which is at Silverstone. It's all registration fees for the marathon go towards spinal charities, but he's actually raising money through sponsorship for the Michael Green Foundation. The idea is that everybody sets off at the same time, and then half an hour later the catcher car will catch the last person in the race, and that's when the race finishes. So the idea is to run as fast as you can for as long as you can and do the biggest distance that you can. And he's hoping to beat his record of last year. So good luck to Marek on Sunday. We've also got runners in the British 10K coming up in a few weeks' time. Marek is also running the Grand Union Challenge run for us as well. We've got a meeting coming up soon where we're going to decide whether to do a new promotional film, and hopefully that will be more promotion to try to gain some sponsorship for the charity on a long-term basis. And we're hoping to get Ian Port and his assistant Steve to help us do that. I think that's probably about it for the moment. There's other things long-term. I can tell you about those later.
Okay, well, I think we've got Chris back.
Ah.
Yeah, can you hear me all right? And is there this feedback going on?
The feedback is no longer there.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly whiz through now with Les then, and we're going to quickly go through the museum so you can have a look and see what's going on. All right?
Okay, that'd be great.
Right, come on then, Les. This is William Penn's old house. Is that right?
Yeah, this is William Penn's house.
Okay.
Well, it's not quite his old house. It's on the site of where his old house is.
Okay.
Let's come into the museum.
Yeah, let's come.
This is a mammoth tusk found at West Hyde from a long, long time ago.
Remind me.
Yes.
So can you see all this? It's quite fascinating actually. What's in this cabinet here then?
This cabinet here is the cabinet that's about Maple Lodge Nature Reserve. We have different people exhibiting stuff from their area into this cabinet. Further along, we come to this is one of our famous old buildings, 1398, the barn, the great Croxley.
I've heard about this.
Now,
yeah.
it doesn't belong to Three Rivers Museum, but we're allowed to show people around it.
Okay.
On quite a few occasions, namely the last Saturday in each month. Started last Saturday.
Yeah.
The last month. Yeah, yes, it was last Saturday. That's right. So it's the end of May, last Saturday. If you come along in the morning, you can see a fantastic barn. It's inside. Look at that. It's like a cathedral.
There you go, look at that. Can you see the inside of that?
You've broken up again.
On this barn.
I've broke.
That's better.
Okay. Right.
About the Society of Protection of Ancient Buildings have been doing lots of work for us for free as well. Very kind of them. Chronology Board of Rickmansworth. This is the one thing that says exactly what's happened in Rickmansworth over an awful long time. And it's just been updated right to 2014.
Fantastic.
And I actually filmed that on my YouTube site. Lots of.
I must say at this point, Les is an ex-TV guy, so our attempts at video here are probably a little bit substandard to his usual performance.
Let me just show you, because it's World War I time.
Yeah.
We've got this fantastic exhibition about World War I. Now it's going to change throughout the whole time of the World War, 100 years on.
The picture's broken up again, I'm afraid.
It's going to be changed all the way along.
Can you still hear us though?
I can hear you, but the picture looks like a modernistic, impressionist painting.
Oh, right, okay. That's novel. We have not got 4G actually, so what we're going to be able to show you, I suspect, is limited because it's dropped out of 4G. But So,
Roman coins.
can you see anything?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see the cabinet.
Okay. So we've got Roman coins in there as well.
Roman coins in there, lots of old artefacts, bits and pieces. Around here we have a load that were found in Stag Lane, Chorley Wood, and donated to the museum by the Waterways Company, Affinity Water. That's
Fantastic.
another video on our YouTube site.
Okay.
Explains that happening. Let's go through in this direction.
This might be a bit dark through here.
We've got an old butcher's booth. And this is somewhere where the kids really like to go in because they go inside. Now you might know, in the old days, this is where the person used to take the money.
You're not an actor as well, are you, Les?
So, and through to this room, as we push the camera, we've got old William Penn and his world.
Okay, so I'm going to say
in this building,
right.
Probably got knocked down and resurfaced at the front. We're not too sure. About 1762.
Right.
We don't know the exact dates, but he definitely lived on this site for 5 years. He married a lady called Gulamina in Chorley Wood, in Old King's Farm, and that is still there.
And he's buried in Jordan, not in Saudi, but just around the corner, yeah.
Jordan, yes, near Seagreen.
Right.
So he's because the Quakers, as you know, Quakers are very plain people. He's just got an ordinary plain grave. It's quite amazing, you know, a man of his stature. He did so many good things, especially in America and in this country. He's just got a nice plain.
Right. Well, we're going to wind up, yeah, because you've lost us again, have you?
I've lost you again, I'm afraid. The sound has gone.
The what's gone? Sound?
Sound.
You can still hear me then because you keep saying sound. So anyway, look, I'm back. Look, we're gonna cut it here because we've taken up a bit of the show's time. But I hope that people have had a chance to see a bit of what's going on here at Rickmansworth, Three Rivers Museum.
Three Rivers Museum.
So well, I'm gonna jet off somewhere else. So I'll leave you to carry on with the show, and I will catch up with you at my next port of call. All right.
Okay, take care.
See ya.
Okay, well, anyway, we're now back and slightly more usual arrangement of the three of us in the different locations dotted around Watford. So what's happened in the past week for Link for Growth is that on Monday we had coffee at Cafe Loco in Northwood, which I gather was quite well attended. I know Alex was looking after that event because Chris was away. And then Monday evening we had an event down at Reason Coffee Shop, which was Link for Coffee, but an evening one. And I gather, Neil, quite a few people turned up.
Yeah, well, it was an excellent turnout, almost a full house, so that was really good news, and several new people as well. So new people are hearing about Link for Growth all the time, which is great news.
Yeah, so I mean, I've just popped in for about 5-10 minutes, and there seemed to be about 8 or 9 people there, which was sort of twice as many as last time.
Yeah, and there's lots of interesting conversations going on as usual, and several contacts being made as usual as well.
Well, that's excellent news. That's great news. Okay, well, Tuesday saw a Link for Coffee at the Rickmansworth and at the Regis Centre, and we also had a Link for Drinks at Bushy last night. Both which events, I think, only had a few people actually turn out, but the drinks at Bushy last night was quite a fun event with lots of people talking about it. There was also earlier today the Link for Growth CSI lunch, which had about 8 people there, Catherine.
Yeah, including some ladies who I think at first found out about it at Reason Coffee Shop. So they came along today, and it was very nice to meet them. I think we had 4 ladies who were new: Shirley, Anne, Debbie, and Abby. Yeah. I think is quite well remembered for me. But yeah, lovely to chat with them, and look forward to seeing them again.
Okay, great. Well, the other thing is, of course, this week Watford has had 1-2 notable newsworthy events. And I suppose the best place to start off with Neil telling us about what happened at the Watford Football Club and the party last Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a quick one before that, though, just to mention once more about the marathon. The young lad from Rickmansworth, who was running in the Harry the Hornet costume, did indeed beat the world record and is now officially the fastest ever marathon runner to run it in a mascot uniform. That was great news.
In 3 hours, 42 minutes.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, how he did that, I have no idea.
Amazing.
But, yeah, so massive party in Watford last week. As we said, Watford were on television against Brighton, and it was quite a stressful game to watch because it certainly didn't go all Watford's way, and they put a lot of pressure on us. But we got the job done in the end.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can, yes.
Okay, sorry, my computer was just doing something strange. Yeah, so we got the job done in the end, so we were all waiting for the other results to come in later in the day, and it looked like the result was going to have to go to this week, to who won this week. But with literally the last kick of the game, in the Middlesbrough game, a goal was scored and Middlesbrough lost, which meant Watford were promoted without even having to worry about going to the next week. And cue a massive party in the town centre. Town centre just went absolutely mad, which was fantastic fun, lots of drink flowing. And then lo and behold, Watford being the family club it is, all the players descended upon the town as soon as they got back from Brighton and joined the fans in the party. They didn't go off to some big flash hotel and have a private party as some Chelsea or Arsenal would probably do. They came and joined their fans like the true hometown club they are. So that was fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic. And by all accounts, it all went very well. There was no trouble, apart from one player, Ichianya. He lost his wallet. There was a tweet went out about 2 o'clock in the morning saying, "Has anyone seen his wallet?" And that seems to be the only mishap of the evening. So much fun was had by all. And so bring us on to this week. This week has just turned into a big celebration. Initially, there were going to be ideas of having a big screen showing the match in the town, but unfortunately Sky put scupper to that by not showing the Watford game. But even so, there's going to be massive celebrations. It's a 12:15 kick-off. The 1881 club are planning a foil display, and I'm sure there'll be a big party afterwards with all the players going around the ground. And then it's time for everyone to head back into Watford. So Watford could be a bit busy and a bit loud again yesterday, so if that's not your thing, maybe time to go and see somewhere else in South West Hertfordshire, explore the delights of Rickmansworth or Bushy or Kings Langley or Everts. And then that leads us on to the official parade, which will be on Monday, which I believe you have the details of, Diane.
Yes, I do. We'll come to those a bit later when we start talking about events next week. What's the 1881 club? So
the 1881 club, it was inaugurated a couple of years ago. Watford Football Club were founded in 1881. So the group is named after that. What they do, they've created an area in the rookery stand for people who want to get involved, want to wave flags, chant, be a bit louder than the normal Watford fan, who can be subdued at times, but not towards the end of this season, I can assure you. And they've just organised some amazing stuff. I don't know if anyone saw the Poppy Day showing. It was all over the television and the news, where they did a poppy display in the rookery stand. When we had the minute silence, they organise a lot of stuff like that, and they're really community focused. They're doing a lot for the club, and they're just trying to bring more of a family atmosphere back to the ground and getting everyone involved.
Okay, so perhaps you could tell us a little bit more about what you remember of last Saturday evening. I presume you were celebrating?
That's harsh. That's harsh. I don't remember too much after a certain time of night. I remember giving Troy Deeney a big hug and a couple of the other players, and I don't remember a lot else. But I do remember feeling ill for a couple of days after.
Okay, well we won't press any further. But Catherine, whilst Neil was out celebrating and drinking much beer, I gather that you were down at the Fuller's Beer Festival on Friday evening and tasting 10 different ciders.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, the Valerian's Beer Festival's down at Valerian's Rugby Club on the Canterbury Estate. We got there just after Mayor Dorothy Thornhill had opened it, which was nice after Singstings the night before. Yeah, it was a fantastic night, actually. Whole range of real ales. I was on the ciders, of course. I think my favourites were the rum cask mill whites, which always goes down well. Out of the 10, I managed to try 5, and I did remember the rest of the evening. But it was a great night, really, really good night, and so very well organised. There was food there, all the beers, all the ciders were served beautifully. Everybody that we spoke to said actually they tasted great, which means that they've all been installed properly, they've all settled properly, and they've all been served properly. So yeah, really good event.
Okay. So what time did it go on till?
Oh gosh, well we were there probably till about 11, and that was probably chucking out time. But we were there on the Friday. It also carried on to the Saturday and the Sunday. By the Sunday there probably wasn't very much left, so we thought we were getting the best of the crop on the Friday evening. But yeah, really, really good event.
Oh, good, good. And as Neil said, there was also hustings taking place that were organised by the Watford Observer. Took place on Wednesday evening, and they put a video report on their website. And yeah, did either of you go to this week's hustings meeting?
No.
No, I managed to attend one of last week's, but unfortunately I had late evenings each week. But they've been quite informative from what I can tell, and done in good spirit. All the candidates have been very polite to each other, no nastiness, but all trying to get their points across.
Well, that's good. That people do seem to be getting engaged with this election.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sorely needed. And just on that point, if anyone is does like the Green Party like me, the Green Party candidate Aidan Cotram-Boyce will be in the Reason Coffee Shop at 4 o'clock tomorrow if you want to have a chat with him.
Okay, and Chris has also done a couple of these interviews. He's got one with Nick Lincoln, who's the UKIP candidate, at 5:30 this afternoon, who I understand you went to school with.
Yeah, I did. He was in my year at school. Yeah, better not say much more than that, because I know it's election time, so I don't want to unduly influence that this is a non-partisan show. He's a very nice chap at school, very nice chap, but I haven't seen him much since. And now he's a UKIP candidate.
And he also had an interview, or he's had an interview earlier on in the week with Matthew Tremaine, who's the Labour parliamentary candidate.
Who I didn't go to school with.
Well, I saw the interview, and it was a great interview, actually. It's nice when Chris does these interviews, and it's informal. They get to chat, and we find out a bit more about the candidates. It's very informative and quite important, I think, to see a little bit about the candidates and find out a bit more about them.
Absolutely, and it's good to see them in a more casual setting where they're more likely to be more truthful than they're not just talking the normal party lines. They're just being a bit more honest and a bit more open. So it's quite nice to see, and I do believe Chris has got a couple more lined up as well.
Yeah, I think he's hoping to see each and every candidate, isn't he?
Unfortunately, I can confirm that Mayor Dorothy has turned down the invitation to do a second interview. Richard Harrington is confirmed, and I believe Aidan Cotram-Boyce will be as well.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's something I wasn't aware of. Okay.
Breaking news. I got the text just before the show came on.
Well, obviously you're better informed than I am. Okay, now then, the other thing is we've got the national photo competition going on, sort of spreading to a wider audience and everything, is happening soon, and that is going to happen. Just see if I can find some photos. That's going to happen over the next. Doesn't appear to be there. But that's going to happen over the next few days. The competition winner for the May voucher will be the person who enters the most eligible photos onto our Link for Growth website. So if you're into photography, you want to win a small prize donated by Chris, and you want to get involved with Link for Growth, this is an easy way to start. So you can log in to any Link for Growth district page, or district community page I should say, and sign up and then submit your interest with the hashtag L4G Photos 2015. Hopefully we'll have a few extra photo entries.
Yeah, it may only be a small prize, but don't forget they also get national exposure across all the Link for Growth across the country. So that for anyone who is into photography, that could be quite neat.
Yeah, they have to be amateur photographers. Okay, Chris, you've joined us back.
Yeah, I'm back here now. I'm in my second location, my second secret location for the afternoon. And so, have you heard all about the football from Neil? Have you?
We've heard all about the stuff in the past, and we're going to go and cover the stuff in the future shortly. But I know that where you are has a certain link with Watford Football Club that's slightly unusual.
Yeah, it certainly does, and I'm going to put you on the front screen now, and so you can see as I walk in. I have pre-prepared them a little bit, so I'm just going to do that now. Let's just wait till that comes on.
Right, okay, in the street, Chris.
Yeah, I'm in the street. Right, I'm going into the shop now. So you might recognise this. This is a place we were a couple of weeks ago for a coffee event. And so here I go. Hi, Linda.
Nice to see you again.
So, Linda, tell us, you produced some all sorts of things for the Celebrate Watford going up to the Premier Division, didn't you? So tell us what you've done.
Okay, well, I guess the first involvement with the football club was when Troy Deeney got the Sky Bet Championship Player of the Month, and we made a cake for him and sent it off to the club, and Troy very kindly put on Twitter that everybody would follow us and sent a picture and tweeted a picture of the cake.
Yeah.
And we gained a lot of new followers. Things went a little bit crazy, and then when Watford were promoted last weekend, we decided to say that the drinks were on us and put a board outside with a Watford badge saying, "Come in for a free cuppa." Put it on Twitter, and Sky News got to hear about this, so they decided they'd like to come down and film. They spoke to some fans. They filmed me making some of our lovely promotion cupcakes, which I'll show you in a moment.
Yeah.
They filmed us making a cake for the players
Right.
to celebrate, and it went out live on Sunday. And since then, it's just been absolutely crazy. The phone has been ringing, and the orders, like for birthday cakes and things, have just gone absolutely sky high. So we've done, I don't know, 25, 30 celebration birthday cakes. We've been here till 11 o'clock every night this week. 7 o'clock.
So you're not tired then? You're still buzzing?
We're still buzzing like those hornets. Like our hornets, look.
Whoa, let's have a quick look.
There we are. Okay, so we've made an awful lot of hornets this
Right.
week.
Can you see that?
There you go.
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah, fantastic.
So we're also, we're raffling Troy Deeney's shirt. There we are. Which is,
So there
that
you go.
money's going to the Fornic for promotion. Fundraising, and we've also got advanced copies of the Golden Pages, the Watford fanzine.
Oh, right. I saw that, yeah, £2 a pop or something. Yeah?
It is, yeah, and that money is going to the Football Club Community Trust.
Right.
Crazy.
So where's these cupcakes then?
Here you are, you can come round here, you see them from this side of the counter. They are some lovely customers. I'm sure they'd love to be on the television. And these are our special.
So we got some fans here as well.
There we are. And there we are, you can buy a lovely box of 4.
Fantastic, look at that. Come on, Neil, get down here and buy some of these. Fantastic.
Good to see you.
Yeah, so thanks ever so much for sharing that with us. And you got all that back there, yeah?
I hope so.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
It was fantastic.
All right, we'll say cheerio now from the kitchen, Croxley, and we'll catch you all later on. Good luck with the rest of the show.
Thank you. Okay. Right, well, what else happened is that Michael Green Foundation Marek is not only running this weekend for you, but he's also looking for sponsorship for a 50k run later in the summer, I gather, Catherine.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the run this coming Sunday is the run taking place at Silverstone, which is the Wings of Life World Run. But yes, Marek will also be running the Grand Union Canal Challenge, which is a race that runs from the centre of London up to I think it's Tring or just beyond Tring, which is 100k altogether over the whole weekend. Marek's doing 50k, which actually completes in Canterbury Park in Watford. So we shall be there cheering him on, and be there with a cup of tea when he finishes, or a glass of water, or milk, or whatever they're supposed to have at the end of a race these days. But yeah, the link for sponsorship is on the website, which is michaelgreenfoundation.org. I'll post it at the end of the this TV show as well. But yes, please do sponsor him.
Okay, so which date is this happening again?
Oh, let me just check. He is doing the Grand Union Canal Challenge on Saturday, 27th of June. So still plenty of time.
Customer, I'm just ducking out for a second, sorry.
Okay.
See you later. We've also got Varsha Khatri, who's doing a yoga day, raising money for the charity as well. That's on Sunday the 21st of June. It's to celebrate International Yoga Day. And herself and together with some colleagues and their respective classes will be holding a yoga day with sponsorship and proceeds being divided between Varsha's charity, which is the Michael Green Foundation, and her colleagues' charity as well. So another great event coming up.
It sounds like a lot of fun. So
yeah,
what are you trying to aim or raise this year in terms of finances and money?
Well, we're raising money for various different things. We're raising money to run more Eat Fit courses, which we hope to run later in the year and also next year. We're raising money to make another promotional film. We made a film previously which was all about the symptoms of type 2 diabetes. We hope to put a film together that's a little more promotional for the charity, that we can send out to businesses, corporations, in the hope that we might get a bit more sponsorship for the charity if more people can find out what we're doing. We're also, as always, raising money for the Michael Clements Diabetes Centre at Watford General Hospital, who care for type 1 and type 2 diabetes patients. So yeah, lots of targets to achieve, lots of fundraising going on, lots of running going on this year, but all good fun. Later in the year, in the autumn, we've got a comedy and magic night coming up. Again, details on the website. It's a little far in advance from the moment, but all the details are on the website, and I will plug that again.
Okay, so how much are you hoping to raise throughout the year then?
Well, in the last 2 years, we've raised £45,000. We've made an informal commitment to the Diabetes Centre that we'll raise £10,000 for them each year. It's a sort of 6 monthly target where we're thinking, well, this is what we can achieve, this is what we're hoping to raise, this is what we're hoping to do with it. I say at the moment, targets will be somewhere around £4,000 for another Eat Fit course, somewhere around £2,000 for the next film, and promotional material to go with that, plus our 10,000 target for the Diabetes Centre as well. But we have a trustees meeting coming up in a few weeks' time where we shall thrash out all the financial bits and pieces and be setting targets for the year ahead.
Okay, so moving on slightly now, we've just been given details of the Herts Pride event, which is taking place in Watford on the 22nd of August at Canterbury Park. According to their website, they have a limited number of stallholder places available, but they are looking for some sponsorship. But all the catering spaces have been taken up. But you can get more details if you want to go along. At their website, which is heartspride.co.uk. That's heartspride.co.uk. The other thing is we've got, and it's a pity Neil's just ducked out for a moment, because we've got a provisional date to talk about for the wine tasting. We've been promising for quite a while, That will be on the 9th of July, which is the second Thursday. Julia Jenkins is going to, of Flagship Wines, is again going to present it. Final details and costs to be worked out exactly, but I think it's going to be the same as we did with the Women's Centre last year, which was a choice of 8 wines. I think everyone had a fabulous time last time, did they, Catherine? You were there?
Oh yeah, fabulous. Yeah, really, really good time. There was a nice atmosphere, a nice mix of people. Again, I think we had Dorothy there as mayor joining in as well. Yeah, a lovely evening.
So hopefully that will all be happening again this time. We're just waiting for 1 or 2 final details, and then we'll start to publicise it and push all information out as far as we can. And I was going to ask Neil to talk more about what Thrive is and how Thrive can help, and why we were using Thrive as this year's cause for the wine tasting event. But whilst Neil's disappeared, let's just talk about some of the other events that are happening in this next week or so. So Chris, Alex, and probably me will be at Watford Market again tomorrow morning for our usual chat with the traders and to meet people who want to drop in and find out more about what Link for Growth is. On Wednesday at 10 o'clock we have a Link for Coffee at Regis Clarendon Road between 10 and 11:30. It happens before the CSI lunch, but because of the way today, which is always on the CSI lunch is always on the first Friday of the month, and it's very unusual. It happens so many days. You know, it happens today, and then the first Wednesday of the month is afterwards. It all just feels slightly wrong and slightly chaotic, but that's the way it worked out this month. The other big thing, the other news is that on Monday evening, as this is a national event, we have the L4G Mingle, which is a national Twitter event for anyone who's involved with Link for Growth. So as a quick way of meeting people around the country and making brief introductions that you can then follow up if you want to. You know, people offer all sorts of things on there, like free WordPress training and free advice, and or recommend people who might be of use to other people and stuff like that. So that's on Monday evening. That's between 7:30 and 9:30, and you just have to remember to put in the hashtag L4G Mingle, and that way you find everyone else who's involved in the mingle at the time. Chris is also doing the national TV show tomorrow afternoon at 4, and you know, he will be talking there about some of the more national issues that are happening with Link for Growth. I gather there are 1 or 2 exciting announcements to be made, but I don't know exactly what they are. And we have also Neil's anti-stress group started last Wednesday, and apparently went very well. He's not here to say any more, but it's apparently started very well last Wednesday, and it's been repeated again this Wednesday. Oh, Neil's just coming back, so maybe he can confirm that. Hello, Neil.
Hello.
Oh, great. Can you tell us about your anti-stress and colouring event on last Wednesday, and the fact you've got another one, I understand, this Wednesday coming up?
Yep, it went very well. It's going to be a regular Wednesday thing now. Adult colouring is a big craze at the moment, but in reality it does have some benefits. It is very relaxing colouring, and you don't have to be incredibly talented to do it, although some people are, and once we finish our pictures and get them up on Facebook, you'll see how good some people are. It's incredibly relaxing, and the message is to try to tie it into what Thrive does, is make people realise that they are choosing to make themselves relaxed. It's in their destiny, because a lot of people are very stressed in life, and it's other things making them stressed, and they feel they have no option out. But when they sit down and colour and they relax, some people think it's the colouring that's actually making them relax, but it's not. It's them choosing to sit themselves down, put themselves in a position of relaxation, let the things wash away, So it is therapeutic at the same time as just being good fun and relaxing. And there were some great chats going on. It felt very much like a Link for Growth, in fact. And I did suggest to Alex that we theme a Link for Growth as a colouring event one day.
Okay, and I gather that you're repeating it again this Wednesday?
Yep, this Wednesday. There's more people committed to coming along, so that's really good. And I'm quite hopeful that there'll be a second date put on soon, some other day in the week.
Okay, and what time?
It's 7 till 8:30.
And it's at your coffee shop?
Yep, my Reason Coffee Shop in the Parade every Wednesday, 7 to 8:30.
Okay. Whilst you're away, I was just telling everyone about the wine tasting event, and that we've got a date for it, and it's probably going to be along similar lines to the one that we did at with the Women's Centre in the Wellspring, but this time we're doing it at Reason Coffee Shop. And I've said what the date will be. We haven't agreed costs or fine details yet. But I wonder if you could, and I said that we're going to be raising money for Thrive. Now, I know that Tanya normally talks about Thrive because it's what she does. She is a Thrive consultant and everything. But I know you're a great supporter, so maybe in Tanya's absence, you could explain a little bit more about what Thrive is.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm an advocate for Thrive. I'm by no means an expert, but what it does, it teaches people to understand their thinking patterns and manage their thinking patterns. So therefore, it's great for people with depression, fears, phobias, social anxiety, and low self-esteem. So it's very simple. It goes through and it teaches you how your brain thinks, why it's thinking things, and a lot of the stuff that your imagination, the little voice in the back of your head, is always telling you. It explains how to understand that and how to not let that take over your life and to get it working in the direction you want it to. It also gives you some very good tools to look back on when you are struggling at any time. And having been through the course myself, I would highly recommend it to anyone. I know people who feel they had no problems whatsoever been through the course and massively benefited. So, yeah, it's the money being raised will put people through the course. So anyone who comes and buys tickets will be helping someone who has got problems in their life lead to a thriving future.
Okay, so the other thing I was going to suggest we talked about was was the party on Monday to celebrate the promotion. I understand it's starting at Asda's, and there's a bus tour that makes its way down to Castlefree Park. And I wonder if you could fill in a few details for us, please, Neil.
Yep. So the Mayor Dorothy has done the correct thing and made sure there's a big event in the park. It'll be starting, as you said, at Asda at 1 p.m. on Monday. There'll be a parade along St Albans Road going towards Castlefree Park, and the parade will finish at the car park in Castlefree Park, and there'll be a stage expected to arrive there about 2 o'clock. There'll be a stage, there'll be refreshments, and that will be going on till about 5 p.m. And then we encourage everyone, as does Mayor Dorothy, to come back into town and enjoy themselves the rest of the evening.
Okay, so you're expecting a big turnout, are you, for this event?
Well, last time Watford got promoted, the bus actually came through the town, and you literally couldn't walk from one end to the other. It was impossible. You were stuck in a position. So I would fully expect 20 to 30,000 people to turn up.
I'll add to that. The advice in the Watford Observer is actually there will be no parking in Castlefree Park car park, Gade Avenue, Castlefree Park Avenue, Shepherd's Road, Gade Avenue, and Smiths Avenue. So I would walk.
It sounds like they're doing the green thing and asking you to walk, indeed.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, on that highlight of the promised party, I can't think of a better way of ending it, apart from to say if you want to get in touch with us about Link for Growth, you can find us via our website, which is http://bit.ly/L4G SW and then HERTS in lowercase, and then you can get in touch with us that way. And we look forward to hearing from you in the near future. And thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.
Thanks.